Enjoying secrets of a sugar daddy? How about a little something extra? Here's today's dose of extra sugar with Marcus.
Hey, this is Marcus, and welcome to this segment of Extra Sugar. Okay, have you guys heard? Have you heard the big news? We are having a party. Come party with the cast and crew of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, July 12th through the 14th, that weekend. What you're going to receive is 3-day, 2-night accommodations. We've got a mixer at the W at Old Town Scottsdale. We're going to have a pre-party on Saturday, and then we've got a party bus taking us to the Footprint Arena. We've got 2 private suites there with food and drink to see Hootie and the Blowfish and Collective Soul. It's going to be a great concert, a lot of fun. Party bus will take us back. The party will continue until the wee hours of the night for some of you. And then on Sunday, we'll have a brunch, decompress, hang out, take people to the airport who need a ride, and so on. So you're not going to want to miss this epic party. It's bigger and better than ever before. I know it's going to be hot in the summer here in Scottsdale, Arizona, but you want to come anyway. You're going to get a party and meet with like-minded people. These people that you are going to meet will become family. I guarantee it. We've got some confirmations from Short King, Podcast Fanboy, Dr. Charles, Desiree, Bad Brad, Trucker, and Lily will be there, and many others, and you're going to want to meet these characters. They are a lot of fun to party with, and so many people from our shows, along with a lot of new people that are coming in, fans and listeners from all over the country, even some maybe as far as Australia. So you're going to want to come have a good time. Now, how do you get to be invited to this party? It's pretty simple. Go to our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com. There's a button that says contest, and just fill out the form. It's a quick survey style form, and that will get you entered. Now, if you are a member of our Patreon group, you will get priority status. Now, how much does it cost to become a member of the Patreon group? Nothing. It's absolutely free. We have a free option, and you'll get to see a few things on that site. But if you want a really fun experience, get to interact with the other members of Patreon, get into a really good group chat, see behind-the-scenes photos, pictures, announcements, get to hear all the episodes and extra sugars before we release those to the public, profile reviews, coaching, and so much more, you'll want to sign up for one of the tiers. Now, the tiers start at only $10. So it's very cheap, very affordable, and we appreciate your support. So we want to see you at the party. Get your application in now. Spots are filling up fast, but we do still have quite a few available, but don't wait. All right, look for a new episode coming out on Tuesday. We got a fun one. We introduce a new character. He was a lot of fun. We got to hang out with him here in Scottsdale, Arizona, and that is Podcast Van Boy, because he likes to travel around the country in his van, and he meets girls on Seeking, and they actually, some of them really enjoy experiencing his van and traveling with him. So it's a lot of fun, and you're going to want to hear his adventures. Okay, on to today's extra sugar. Okay, it's a letter from a sugar baby, and she titles it, Desperation Pushes People Away. Sometimes I see people ask the question if sugar daddies prefer sugar babies with jobs or sugar babies who rely on them, etc. I've always felt like it was much easier to get a quality sugar daddy when I was self-sufficient and I didn't need them. I did my own experiment, not willingly, LOL. I have a decent career as a nurse, but fell on some hard times with health issues, having to miss work because of that, and dealing with an eating disorder which has caused me a lot of anxiety and also time off work. It's been a rough month and I couldn't make rent, went into the negatives a few times before that, just barely making it out. It's been a long time since it's been like that, way before I had an actual career. I met someone who was nice and emotionally supportive with my health issues, sending money here and there for little things like dinners, etc. My desperation made him not want to talk to me anymore, so I lost him as a friend because I asked for help with rent. Normally, I would never do that, but I had to try to set up 4 to 5 dates on Seeking and cross my fingers for some meet and greet money. Normally, I set up the date and let it happen, but I really wanted to make sure they happened, so I kept in touch every day until the date and followed up, and I don't know if they could feel my desperate energy. The two I made the dumb mistake of saying I was going through a hard time definitely did, but they all canceled. I've never had a difficult time before, and now that I actually need help, it feels impossible. And I don't want to sell myself short for an offensively low amount or act like an escort. I had recently talked about a sugar daddy getting me pregnant, but I got an abortion and then leaving me with no help. Since then, it just feels like emotionally and financially I can't get it together, and I must be putting that energy out into the sugar world. I hate that because I feel like I used to ooze confidence. Okay, you unwillingly did this experiment because obviously you fell on some hard times. And yes, the sugar daddies definitely feel the desperation. One of the worst things for us, and I've noticed it too over the 8 years that I've been sugar dating, is when I start getting that sense of desperation that the girl almost there unwillingly. She's doing it because she has to. It just gives off the wrong vibe. And I know you guys are on there for a reason. Most of you, are looking to have fun with an older, successful guy, and there's something in it for you to help you. But man, when you give off that sense of desperation, it does make it very difficult because the sugar daddies, they like helping, but I know that when I'm seeing somebody and it's make or break for them whether they get their allowance or not, I almost feel like I'm taking advantage of that person. And even though this is, compensated dating, transactional style dating, I don't want to take advantage of you, and I don't want to make you do things that you normally wouldn't want to do. I want you to do these things willingly. I want you to go out with me willingly. I want you to have a fun dinner. I want you to have a nice time. If we're going to get intimate, I want you to do that willingly and enjoy the moment. And when I see it's not really that enjoyable and you're doing it because you have to do it, it kind of makes me want to turn for the hills too, and I think that's what you're experiencing. So let's see what others are saying about this. All right, here's a comment from a sugar baby. Says, the men who like you best when you're in need are usually the men you don't want. That is true. That's exactly what I'm saying. There are maybe 1 or 2 men in that batch who will be genuinely interested in saving you, but you will destroy your mental health and possibly physical health trying to find those few. If it were me, I'd take a break and get myself together, at least emotionally, before trying to place myself into any kind of relationship. And somebody comments, that's 110% correct. This is the time for a break, not time to push yourself to break more. If you're on Seeking, trust me, they can tell desperation. As soon as they ask what you do and you say you're in between work, boom, hook, line, and creeper sinker. It's like the creepy ones are bloodhounds, and they'll be the first in your DMs promising everything. But this is whenever I tell young ladies that they need to step back. 90% do not listen to me, and then they go sleep with the loser and feel like real shit afterwards because they are manipulated or get hurt. When you are this bad off, you must step back. You will get used. Yes, they can smell the fear, and the good ones run. That is an excellent commentary on this situation. I couldn't agree with you any more than that. Sugar Daddy says, I've sent ladies money before a meet and greet. I've sent ladies money days after a meet and greet, but before our next date. They all had the same difference. We spent more time on the phone talking about non-sexual things, just random conversations. They may have slid in a few comments about hair or something. Since I've been around so long, I pick up on that quicker than men who are not in daily practice. But because we've had a real conversations and she was not overtly talking about her situation, I was being more generous up front. The ladies who like to communicate strictly through text and saying they need something or trying to hint at it does not come off well. The "here we go with this shit" alarm goes off in his head. Yep, I've been there more than once. All right, a sugar daddy comments, "It really is tough, but I think there's a good way and a bad way to communicate it. For example, on my most recent sugar baby search, I was texting with a few different potentials, and one of them was very transparent with her immediate financial needs as well as long-term needs and was looking for somebody to help with both. I thought it was extremely cool how organized and thoughtful she was as she shared it all with me. In contrast, another one I was talking to would send wall after wall of text about how her life was so terrible and she was kicked out of her apartment, living in a hotel, no money for food, on and on and on. It was quite miserable reading through everything and made me want to just run, and I did. Ironically, the second one needed about the same amount of financial help as the first one from a dollar standpoint, but mentally, I really wanted to help the first one, but had zero desire to engage with the second." Another sugar daddy writes in, "Yeah, needing money at a meet and greet is different than getting money at a meet and greet. That's why requiring money for meet and greets come across as a scam or rinsing. Desperation is a turnoff, unfortunately, because your reasons for sugaring are the desperation rather than a dual purpose of the financial support and having fun. So you are right. The energy is being picked up on. I know that's hard." All right, and I've got a sugar daddy that says, "If a potential sugar baby were to tell me she's having financial issues before the meet and greet, I would assume the next message would be something like, 'Can you give me money to have my nails done or buy gas or get a sitter,' etc., etc. Since these are all rinsing techniques, it gives off either a desperate or a greedy vibe and is a turnoff. On the flip side, guys that are desperate will often come off as overtly sexual, sending dick pics, asking for nudes, or asking sexual questions and talking about what they want to do with you before the meet and greet. How it manifests is different, but this is also giving off very unwanted vibes to the potential sugar baby. The only difference is that men and women are often desperate for different things, but neither are well received. So yes, desperation doesn't come off very well. Even if you are, don't present as desperate. Don't ask for money to buy a new dress for the meet and greet, even if you don't have anything to wear. It's hard, but be calm and patient. It'll happen. Good luck, and I hope you find someone soon. Getting that confidence back will help because that's sexy. Desperation isn't." You know, we all go through hard times, and the sugar daddies, they do love to help. I love gifting. I love helping somebody. If I know they're going through a little bit of hard time, I want to give them that opportunity. But the things that turn me off is when that sugar baby, that's the only thing that they're doing is sugar dating. And that's their only source of income. I get it if you're in between jobs, and if you're actively looking for one or actively trying, or maybe you're trying to start a small business on the side, doing something to better yourself, I'm more apt to kind of go with your situation and try to help out, even if it does show a little bit of a desperate, vibe or has some desperation in it. But if that's all you're doing and that's your only source of income and you seem content to just sugar date, yeah, that's not for me, and that's not for most sugar daddies that I know. But anyway, I wish you the best. Hope things get better. Try not to impart those negative vibes, even though it's tough. We all know it's tough. We all go through very hard times, and we need help occasionally. But just go in there, have fun. The more fun you have and the more enjoyable you make it for that sugar daddy, the more willing he's going to be to open up that wallet, open up that checkbook, help you out with whatever you have. Once you gain their trust, then tell them about some issues you might have, but don't throw it on them at first, and don't do it very quickly after the meet and greet, because it's just a big turnoff. But have fun, make the date as fun as you can for them, make it enjoyable, laugh, smile, have a good time, fake it the best that you can, and things will come around, I promise you. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed today's Extra Sugar. And again, we've got a very fun episode coming out with Podcast Van Boy. That's a sugar daddy who rides around the country in his van. And let me tell you, I've seen the van. It's nice. It's more like an RV. He just enjoys traveling the country. It's not anything creepy by any means, but we have a really fun interview with him. And then we want to see you at our party. Come party with the cast and crew of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Go to our website, press on contest. Enter now. We have room for you, but we will be filling it up very quickly. July 12th through 14th. It's a weekend you will never forget. I promise you that. And then if you're a Patreon member, you will get priority status. And even if you can't make it to the party, we would love to have you as a Patreon member. We are having a lot of fun there. It's kind of like our own little Facebook group for sugar dating, but more on steroids. I mean, we get to do a lot more than we could ever do on Facebook. We get to communicate with each other, and we're just having a lot of fun. So join that group. We'd love to see you there also. All right, until next time, bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed your Extra Sugar with Marcus. As always, visit our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, to comment or tell us your story.